It's Super Bowl Sunday. L.A. Lanier was one of my first football coaches, and he was telling me something I didn't know. As you know, this is between the Seahawks and the Patriots, and both of them won their games 2 weeks ago. What L.A. was telling me that I didn't realize is that Bill Belichick, the coach of the Patriots, gave Tom Brady, the quarterback of the Patriots, gave him the game ball. And Brady took it, folded it up, and put it in his wallet. It's a joke. It's a joke. I like both teams. It was just too good a joke not to tell. Yeah, I like both teams, and proud of them both, and understand we have a Savannah fellow who plays for the Seahawks. As you can see, I got ready for the Super Bowl by getting my football haircut. I was going to say that I got my Ray Nitschke haircut, but many of you probably don't know who Ray Nitschke was. He was the middle linebacker for the Green Bay Packers in the 1960s. He was quite an imposing figure with his totally bald head, his missing 4 front teeth, his hawk-like nose, and his constant scowl. He was known for his ferociousness. In one season, he bled constantly from a cut on the center of his forehead that caused blood to drip down over his face the entire game. No one wanted to play against Nitschke. But what a lot of people didn't know is that Ray Nitschke was Jekyll and Hyde. Off the field, he was the gentlest, kindest soul in the world, and that's why he wrote an autobiography entitled it Mean on Sunday. He was coached by the great Vince Lombardi. I hope you know who that was. If you don't, you can't watch the Super Bowl. It wouldn't be right. The winner of the game receives what's called the Lombardi Trophy for winning the championship. Vince Lombardi was even more imposing than Nitschke. A joke was often said about a football player who died and went to heaven. He noticed 2 teams of angels were scrimmaging against each other while a short fella stood on the sidelines yelling at everyone. And the football player said to St. Peter, "Who is that?" And St. Peter said, "Oh, that's God. He thinks he's Vince Lombardi." Speaking of God, I called the Lord the other day to see if he wanted to come over and watch the game with me. Now, I know that was a bit presumptuous of me, but sometimes people who you think are in high demand are the last ones to be called. The last ones to be asked to be part of something, and they're often left out. We just assume they have plans, or they're too busy, or have 100 invitations, and they end up sitting at home by themselves. And so I gave the Lord a call. I said, "Lord, I know you're probably busy, or you've gotten 100 invitations, but would you be interested in coming over to watch the Super Bowl with me?" He said, "Actually, I haven't gotten any invitations." See, I told you. He said, "You'd be surprised at how few people think about me on Super Bowl Sunday. The players do some. They're saying all kinds of crazy prayers to me. But most everyone else puts me on hold on Super Bowl Sunday. Well, would you like to come over to my house and watch the game with me?" He said, Thanks for the invite, but I'm really not in the mood." I said, "Come on, it'll get your mind off of things. You're so busy, stressed out. Help you relax." And then I really gave him the sales pitch. I said, I'll have some wings, some potato skins, and even some of that Johnny Harris coconut cream pie. He said, that sounds mighty good. But I don't think so. You see, it's just hard for me to watch sporting events. And then he looked at me, and with a slight grin, he said, I tell you what, Billy, I'll try to get over to see at least part of the game with you. But it won't be until late in the second half. For you see, I'm a big Downton Abbey fan. And I have to see this week's episode first, but I'll be there. I'll come. I'll be there, so be sure to save me a couple of wings and a piece of pie, and we'll break bread together.